So, I had a thought, study all this flat earth stuff, right? And try to know things about certain things or think you know. Listen, I don't agree with everything that he puts on his channel, but, oh, Jesus, what's his name? I want to say William Guzman. Now I'm not even sure. I'll put his name down below. I'll look. He has a lot of interesting points. He's the one who's doing flat earth truths. He's going to try to do 1,000 flat earth truths. And like I said, I don't agree with everything. But I was thinking about the tides, I was thinking, how do they work? What causes them? So I started looking into it. Flat water, flat earth, like I've said before, and I'll say again, you're one of my favorite channels to go to for, clear, concise ideas, theories, and information. It seems like you spend a lot of time on this, and I really respect that. So I just want to shout out to you, man, really. I love your channels, all of them. But anyways, the tides, okay? Why is it that bodies of water that are not, regular freshwater ponds or even large lakes, the largest lakes, why don't they have tides? If the moon pulls the tides, which, by the way, the moon cycles have absolutely nothing to do with the tides. They don't sync up in any way with the tides. So that's wrong. Wrong on that, right? So if you have the tide that goes out and comes in twice a day, and we have wind currents too that seem to, everything seems to kind of work together. If you think of maybe a hydraulic pump or a pneumatic pump, they say, some of the ancient maps or old maps will say that there's a whirlpool in the middle of our world with 4 in-sucking rivers, right? What if this is true? What if there's a whole dome structure that is all a solid structure that doesn't move? And then our Earth is almost shaped like a top. It's just a huge plane with puddles on it, with oceans on it, shaped like a top that literally just floats and spins. It floats on the great deep, right? Floats up, down, in, out, like a cosmic breath. And it would make sense. I mean, you can see little examples of this with buoys and things that float in the ocean, even how the boat itself has sluiceways on the side, so when it goes and up and it picks up all this water and the water sluices off. What about deep ground wells? You drill down deep enough and you hit fresh water. People have said that they've drilled down very, very deep and hit fresh water way deeper than they thought they ever would. What if it's a wedge-shaped or a top-shaped thing? That's why the stars spin. That's why everything spins. It's actually us that's turning, just very slowly and just in out, cosmic breath. If you think of a pump, if you think of maybe the dome is actually 2 pieces that slide, that roll amongst, on top of each other, 2 pieces. And some of these weird sounds, all those sounds from the sky, could be different parts of the dome actually scraping together. That's why the sounds come from the sky. These are just ideas and thoughts that I'm talking about, But it makes sense. It makes sense. There's no large lake that has tides whatsoever if it's not somehow connected to the ocean. Everything has to be connected to the ocean to have a tide. And it's not the moon. We know that. We know it's not the moon. But what it seems like what we got going on here is circular. Everything moves in circles. Everything moves in cycles, right? So you got the Earth spinning, just very slowly spinning. You'd never be able to really feel it or measure it. But if you were to go all the way to the South Pole, who knows? Maybe when we go all the way to the south, right? We get to a point where in the distance you can see the firmament, but you still can't make it out and you can't get close to it because it's probably raging waters. It's probably waters just... That's what I think. I think it's just a large whirlpool type of effect that almost acts like a pneumatic pump. Sucks fresh water in, pulls fresh water back. It could even be that the blue that we see, you know, when you see clouds that are going to be thunderclouds, the rain doesn't necessarily fall from the clouds. The clouds could be a symptom of the rain that's going to fall. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it could fall from the firmament, the water, you know. When the Creator decided to flood this thing because he didn't like what was going on or whatever, he opened up some floodgates, guaranteed, somewhere within the firmament or whatever. Just open it up and the deluge came, right? Like, this whole system is an organism. This whole world that we live on is an organism that breathes. So I think the tides are cosmic breaths. Anyways, that's my, you know, that's what I'm reading. Anyways, I'm developing my ideas by reading, you know, other people's ideas. And I try to take in a few different theories about each thing and try to kind of like piece together what I think it may be. I'm starting to think that may be what it is. I don't know. Peace to all.